So to start with, I'm going to try and make this really quick. As you can see, there is nothing really here. So I'm going to start by actually introducing myself and my team. This is my team here, Hawkie, Nate. I'm Jerrem. I came last Friday night with no real intention of really doing anything in particular, but I've had this idea in my head for a while that I decided I needed to get out for the spirit of being open. So I'm just going to quickly plug this guy in. I have a background in visual arts. I do a lot of digital street art, so that involves like projecting onto buildings, interactive events, stuff like that. And basically the idea that I brought forward was around wireless hotspots. So that's basically, so this is just a quickly starting kind of here. This is kind of the base of where my work's kind of starting from. Is this interactive events, big large scale stuff that you physically get up and actually move with. This is somewhat of a step away from that. Our project is basically somewhat invisible in that there is 3 wireless networks operating in this room. They've been operating for most of the night. Some of them are actually spoofing one of the wireless hotspots which actually exists here for free, which is Dropitlikeitnotspot hotspot. So you notice we've got a few Dropitlikeitnotspot hotspots. We've got some other nefarious names and stuff like that. So the basic idea is actually using these small routers. There's a couple down here as well, to actually make these kind of guerilla type networks that people can connect to. They're not connected to the internet, and they simply serve. They actually simply serve another kind of network themselves. So I'm going to connect to this one here called Occupy Here, which is, this is part of our research, is actually finding what versions of this actually already exist. So let's see if I can actually get it to come up here. Okay, so this is the Occupy Here router, which is a piece of software that's already been written. How am I doing for time? 2 minutes? Whoa. Okay, so basically this is an offline forum that anyone can connect to through their phone, add a photo, start chatting, etc. We kind of want to kind of take this idea and kind of run with it, make it a little bit more accessible for artists, so that when you actually log in, you're actually logging into an artwork, or you're logging into some kind of artistic experience. It might be a network of routers hidden around a city. There's another couple here that are basically similar iterations of the same thing. One router can actually serve like 6 or 7 names. So you've got one router, but it's spamming someone's kind of whole list, and you can have some fun with what those things are actually called and stuff like that. So this is the other one, which doesn't really do much at this stage. It just has the words lol really big.
But if you went to Facebook, you'd be redirected to this page. It's actually a closed network. You can't get anywhere but this page. So you think you're on a wireless network, you connect to something like this, but you're automatically redirected to the content that's served up.
And the other one is a little bit more of a hit and miss at this stage. These routers are basically like little miniature computers. They're super small, they're super cheap as well. Each one costs like $30 or $40, which means they're disposable. So they're really great from what I would call like a digital art, digital graffiti type aspect. If someone steals them, so what? It's like $30.
So this is a self-contained unit that could run for about 5 days. If you had solar power, it could probably run indefinitely. So it's a 12-volt battery with a Raspberry Pi inside it with a bit of wireless to run 12 volts on it. And you could theoretically put that on a roof somewhere, put it somewhere, have these Wi-Fi networks serving up this closed network or community that you get on, you think you're on the internet, but you can only access certain type of content.
So, okay, so I'll just quickly wrap up. This one's actually connected to an Arduino, so that means that it can actually control motors as well. So you do something on the router, it's not working perfectly at the moment. So obviously we've been rushing to get it. And there's a wire unplugged, I can just see there. So these things can actually interact with the physical world, and it's all about place. I suppose where we're kind of going with it is very much a research and kind of development stage with a strong kind of direction towards the art and artists. We would like to kind of push it further through the research and development, hold some kind of workshops for artists, make an online kind of demonstration of how these kind of things can work, maybe even hold some presentations at places like Space Cubed and CIA Studios, etc.
Thank you. Well done. Any questions?